Good evening, how the devil are we all? It's quiz night. It is on a Tuesday. I know we live dangerously here. It's a tale of two cities, but only one can win. Is it going to be youth or is it going to be maturity? Let's be nice. We'll find out with the big fat football quiz at home and away.
It's time! Strap yourself in, because we're set up, switched on, and ready to go.
You are watching and listening to Chris and Leicester Till I Die TV on YouTube and your favourite podcasts. Your first choice for everything Leicester City. Tune in and join in now.
And now, here's your host.
Right, Chris.
All right there. Good evening. Welcome back. This is Leicester Till I Die TV. You can find us under that on YouTube. We're across all the social medias, Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, Instagram, Facebook. We're either Leicester Till I Die or LTID. We're one of the two. And find us on your favourite podcast platform if you prefer to listen back rather than actually watch us live. And started last night, we now have a radio show, which you can listen to by checking out Mixcloud, that's all one word, mixcloud.com/LTID radio, LTID radio on mixcloud.com. First show last night. We're hoping to do maybe one or two a week, different ideas. But it is, like I say, it's new, it's different, it's weird. I've just summed myself up, really, haven't I? This is the Big Fat Football Quiz home and away. It's Leicester versus Manchester City.
It's the Big Fat Football Quiz with Leicester Till I Die TV. So you think you know your football? Well, let's see.
Charlie is feeling very confident in the green room there, fist bumping away to the music. Couple of hellos just to start with. Andrew's in the house. Good evening, Andrew. How are you? Feel free to play along. And Doug's in. Doug's coming to see what he's going to be up against in the coming weeks when he, I forget who he takes on now, but he does take on somebody. We'll find out in a second. Let's welcome in the blue corner, or the dark blue corner. He's got a lot to prove tonight. Brad, good evening, sir.
Good evening, mate. Yeah, I've got a reputation, we're told. I've got a 100% loss record on this show, so...
I do. I was thinking earlier, and you are very much like the Tim Henman of this quiz show. You're coming back each variation we do, you're there, and then you're not. The next one you're there, and then you're not. But, you know, we've made it difficult for you today because you are up against a 15-year-old.
Yeah, it must be difficult for you, Chris, to come up with questions because the poor lad supports a team that he wasn't even around when he was born. Sorry. He wasn't around when they were reinvested in. and born,
Right.
should I say?
Let's get it. Let's get it correct. Let's get it correct. And of course, if you do win, you'll be accused of bullying.
Yeah.
And any neutrals and probably a lot of Leicester fans are going to go, he's cute. Let's back the young lad. And talking of which, here's Charlie, Manchester City fan. Good evening. How the devil are you?
I'm good, mate. You?
Yeah, I am not so bad at all. The Boris Becker of the competition. You could come in as being the youngest ever winner if you go all the way.
Hopefully.
Fingers crossed for you. Well, I shouldn't say that. I should be impartial. I'm being impartial. I've not worn a Leicester City top. This is the one that I had on last Friday night when I went out and puked up all the way down it. And no, I haven't washed it yet either. So let's just explain the game, shall we? So that everybody knows where we are. I should say, obviously, we've got currently doing the round of 16. And then we will have a draw for the quarterfinals, then the semis, and then obviously the final. And the winner of the overall competition will win a free retro shirt of their choice. There are teams, not every team is in there, I'm going to have to be honest with you, but there are teams. There are continental teams, so like your PSGs, your Bayern Munich, your Barcelonas, as you can see there. There's national teams like England, I think Brazil are in there, Germany, and then a few jokey teams, just to sort of, if you're going out for a fancy dress, you can there's a Scottish version there if you wanted to make yourself look silly. Hello, Doug, how you doing? This is the third game that we've arranged in this competition so far. In the first one, Jamie, the Liverpool fan, how can I put it politely, got very, very roundly beaten by James, the Everton fan, 19-5.5. Last week, you may remember, giants of the quizzing world, it was like the Beast versus, I can't really say the Vixen, can I? The Beast versus the Cinnamon, when Rob narrowly beat Reese by just 2 points, 11-9. So basically, guys, I did explain this to you, obviously, before we came in. Neither of you can see a screen, can you?
No. Obviously,
apart from the one that we're talking on, which would have been the correct answer and got you a point. Neither of you said it. So, guys, if you want to in the chat take part and have a go, you can do. We won't be reading the answers out as we go along because it gets a little bit too complicated, but feel free to join in and have some fun. So, like I say, Brad will be going first. So, in that's the instance, let me just move Brad to there. I've been on a roller coaster ride, isn't it? And whoever goes first, and we'll take it in turns, Brad, Charlie, Brad, Charlie, Brad, Charlie. Whoever goes first gets the choice to go home or away. Home is 1 point, away is 3. But if you choose to go away, you then force the opponent to also have to go away because you've taken their home question. So you can get a little bit nasty if you want later on. If you're way ahead, you can sort of pick that to suit yourself. And then obviously we've got the pick reveal as well, which is proving, well, last week it was a little bit difficult, but Reece got it. But that'll all become apparent as we play. So, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready?
Ready as I
Yes.
Jason's in evening. Good luck, guys. Crushing Brazil. You've lost me there a little bit, Jason. Told you, don't drink before you come in one of these shows. It doesn't help you in any way whatsoever. Right, so the questions are all ready to go. Brad, to say your name was drawn out first earlier. So on the first question, would you like to go home or away?
At the risk of getting it wrong and starting off really badly, let's stick to home for this one.
Let's go. You going home, right? I think you're going to get off with a point here. What year was Leicester City founded?
Leicester City was founded in the year 1884.
Indeed, they were. 1 point for you, which means that Charlie now. Oh, sorry, I should have done this.
It's the right answer.
You may recognise the voice. Charlie, you've now then got a home question for your first one. In which year did Manchester City move from their old ground of Main Road, and I've named it there because I know you might not have known it, to the City of Manchester Stadium?
2004.
Oh. Now, I've got 2003, and I'm going to be honest with you here.
It was built in 2003.
It was moved to in 2003 of August. You had your last season at Main Road in the 2002-2003 season.
I've got to be honest with you. I took these questions off Leicester City online quizzes and Manchester City online quizzes.
I would just research it and check it because I'm fairly certain that it was 2003 in August.
Let me have a look. City of Manchester Stadium. City Manchester Stadium in Manchester, England, also known as the Etihad Stadium, is the home of Premier League club Manchester City. Built to host the 2002 Commonwealth Games.
It was built in 2002, not 2003.
That's when it was built. Yes, indeed. You're quite right.
Yeah, so it is 2003.
To be fair, it's always awkward because I always do that on season one. So I think which side of the 03 is it? So I understand that makes me honest with you.
Yeah. So we are going to take it as 2003 then, unfortunately, Charlie.
Yeah.
Like I say, I don't know enough about Manchester City to actually say I knew that, so anything like that. So I am relying on these online quizzes to give me the right answers. Doug went 1884. It's Crushing Brad, he says, not Brazil. Honestly, I am due an optician's thing here. Read it again. Now, Doug he went for the same. He went for 2004 as well, but there we go. So, Brad, this was your go. So,
no, it's Charlie's go.
No, you get to go at the main
pitch round. Right. Oh, God. I would have got the rules already. Look at me.
So, as you can see there, 12 squares. We can't see this, but there is 12 squares on there. We take one away each time. Whoever gets this gets 4 points. Don't worry, Charlie, they never get it on the first one. This gets 4 points, and obviously can make. Last week, it brought Reese back into the quiz. So, Brad, what I need to know is what game it is.
Is that the Euro 2004 quarterfinal versus Portugal, England, Portugal?
I don't know. I can't. Are you asking me?
That's what my guess is.
Well,
say what you see.
It's the wrong answer, I'm afraid.
No, it wasn't. So we are back to the questions. Charlie, your turn to go first. Do you want to go home or away?
Go home.
Go home. Okay. For the first 7 years since they were established, Manchester City weren't known as Manchester City. What were they known as?
St. Mark's.
You see, again, I've got a different answer. Have I just gone on to a Manchester City quiz here that that nobody sort of knew the answers about their own clubs here?
It was St. Mark's and then changed to Ardwick in 1887.
I have got Ardwick, so let me just have a look. First name. Indeed, I am going to have to give you that. So well done. You are correct, and I apologise. Like I say, these online quizzes told me it was Ardwick FC, but it was indeed St. Mark's. Well done, and you get
It's the right answer. Yeah.
Eventually. I'm going to keep my Manchester City page open here because I think I might be
so far too controversial.
refer to that. The Manchester City quizzes. What is it? Right, Brad. That means that you have to go home as well. I think Charlie may wish he'd gone away for this one. Which former Leicester City player said this about Steve Walsh? He's always been renowned for his tremendous spirit and single-minded approach. Every time he goes out onto the field of play, he gives it everything.
That could have been a number of his teammates. Just to clarify, did you say person or player said this? Just so I can clarify.
Former Leicester player said this about Steve Walsh?
There was quite a few from that era, so this could go wrong. I'm going to say it was one of his teammates who he still works with, and I'm just going to say Jerry Taggart.
It's the wrong answer, I'm afraid.
It was actually Gary Lineker.
No, I would never have. I was just assuming it was a former player of his, to be honest with you, somebody who played long.
No, and I would have thought the same. And some of his answers surprised me. And that one was put in there because I thought, well, Charlie has obviously heard of Gary Lineker. So,
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Jason's given me a yellow card. Thank you very much. VAR. Yes, Andrew. Aye, it was. Paul Dickoff and was easy with the guesses for that, and it was both wrong. Right, Charlie, are you ready for your picture quiz?
Yeah.
So let's take away the second square.
Very helpful.
Wow.
I've got really a lot of help, is it?
That, Charlie.
Can I pass? Yeah.
You can pass. You certainly can. Or you can just take a guess because you still, you don't lose anything by guessing.
Right. Well, guess Belgium against Italy. I don't know. In the Euros.
Why do you think that?
Because I think the top left one is a Belgium shirt, to be honest.
It was Belgium against who, sorry?
Italy. That's my guess. That's all I remember them playing in the Euros, to be honest.
How the hell did you get that? It was the Euros. It was Belgium versus Italy. It was the quarterfinal. And it was when Immobile went down, and as soon as they went on to score, he got up straight away, and he was trying to get a penalty there, which is the Belgian player. I've got to be honest with you, Brad. I have no idea how Charlie. Well, I say apart from seeing that it was a red shirt, I don't know how he got that from that.
It's just my luck, mate.
Charlie, I'll have whatever
It's
you're
the
drinking.
right answer. Yay!
What
I've
are you
no
drinking
idea,
there?
Ralph. Fanta orange, mate. Stuff of dreams.
You know when you've been tangoed. That's what it is. Right, Jesus Christ. Goodbye, Brad. What are we doing? How can you play against that? How? Right, well,
in the pilot, mate. I'm not surprised.
well, we can forget that now, and let's go to the back to the quiz. You go first. Home or away?
Oh, I've got no choice. Away.
Right. Okay. So, who scored the opening goal of the 3-1 victory over Manchester United at the City of Manchester Stadium? I think it was the first game, possibly.
Well, that's not very specific as a question. You just asked me who scored in the 3-1 victory over Man United.
Yeah.
Have a more specific.
Again, this is what it's come up as. I think it was the first game. Was your first game against Man United, Charlie?
I don't know, to be honest.
Yeah. I think it was the first game that was played there.
I don't even. Oh God. 2002, 2003. Sean Gota.
It was actually, Trevor Sinclair.
Oh God, did you really for an answer? Oh no, I'm glad I got it wrong. I don't want to say his name.
And do you know how many times he was offside?
375.
These questions were done a while ago. Let me just say that. Charlie, your away question. At the beginning of the 2002-03 season, Leicester City also moved from their old home of Filbert Street into their new stadium. What was it called?
Walker's Stadium, if I'm right.
It was. It was the Walker Stadium. Charlie, your turn to go first, home or away?
We'll go home.
Which former Manchester United player succeeded Sven-Göran Eriksson as Manchester City manager in June 2008?
Mark Hughes.
Yes. Brad, you've got a home one. What were the odds on Leicester winning the Premier League before the start of the season that they won it, as made by Ladbrokes?
5,000 to 1.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was indeed. And your turn, Brad. First or second?
I've got to go away, haven't I? He's absolutely killing me.
You don't have to, because
I've got him, mate. He's actually about 8 points ahead already. I've got no choice to go away.
Okay. In the 2010-11 season, Manchester City won the FA Cup 1-0, with Yaya Toure scoring the only goal in the second half. Who were their opponents?
Can't think. I haven't got a clue. Chelsea.
No. Do you know, Charlie?
Stoke.
It was Stoke City. Yes. I didn't know they'd been in the final. Charlie, who was Leicester's top goal scorer for the 2015-16 season?
It's got to be Jamie Vardy, hasn't it?
It has. Charlie, do you want to go home or away?
Please can't go home.
Yes. Before Sheikh Mansour bought the club in 2008, who owned Manchester City?
Taksin Shinawatra.
I'm so glad you got that right, because I couldn't have pronounced it on that. Well done. Brad, who scored the winner as Leicester beat Manchester City in the Community Shield?
Elliott.
Indeed, correct, from a penalty in the 89th minute, which stopped it going to penalties. And it obviously was a penalty, definitely. You can see it a mile off. Brad, would you like to go home or away?
Ken got no choice. He's battering me. I'm going to go away.
Okay. So, who did City beat to set a record for their biggest league victory in 1987?
Southampton?
No. I understand why you went for that. Everybody seems to beat Southampton. Charlie, do you know?
Huddersfield. 10-1.
Yeah, it was. Okay, Charlie, you get an away question. How many goals, and this is one of Brad's favourite players, how many goals did transfer record breaking Adi Akinbaye record in his first full season at the club?
I just have to guess 12. I don't know.
We wish, don't we, Brad?
Oh, I thought his first season was 11.
It was actually 7.
Oh, it must have been all competitions. 11.
He didn't. Yeah, he didn't. 2. we felt like that, and yet Anthony, he was 5 million. So Charlie, it's back to you. Home or away?
Home again, please, mate.
Okay. On the final day of the 11-12 season, the title race was an extremely close one, and Man United thought they'd won it until a last-minute goal for City in their match against QPR. Which player scored the goal in question?
Aguero.
Yes. Now, Brad, you see, I've had to think of these questions with answers that the opposition player might have a chance of getting. Now, think about this one, Brad. Who became the first Leicester manager to win his first league game since David Halliday in 1955? But that was probably the highlight of his season.
Say that again.
So this manager was the first manager since David Halliday in 1955 to win his first league game as manager of Leicester City. But that was probably the highlight of his season.
Ian Holloway?
Yes, it was. It was Ian Holloway. That was a season and a half, wasn't it?
Something.
Right. Now, as I say, you can go home if you want here, Brad.
I think a quarter. I've got to go away.
Go away, right. Manuel Pellegrini, the first Chilean manager to manage a Premiership team, replaced Roberto Mancini in the summer of 2013. How many honours did Manchester City win under him?
Under Pellegrini or Mancini?
Pellegrini, sorry.
4.
That was so close. 3. Charlie, how many FA Cup finals did Leicester appear in before finally winning it?
I have no idea. I'll guess 4.
I'm going to have some Fanta. I'll just guess at it, he says. Yes, it was 4. Now, do you want to go home or away? 10th question. Sorry, that is to Charlie. Sorry.
Oh, to me.
Sorry, I was miles away. Yeah, home or away?
Home, please.
Which Belgian midfielder did Manchester City sign from VfB Wolfsburg at the beginning of the 15-16 season?
De Bruyne.
Yes, it was. Brad, under Peter Taylor's reign, I'm sorry, we had to mention Ian Holloway and Peter Taylor in the same quiz. Under Peter Taylor's reign, which was June 2000 to September 2001, his first season in charge saw Leicester top of the league after a handful of games. Where did the team finish up at the end of that season? So not the season they were relegated, but his first season in charge. He was top of the league. He was actually top of the league for 2 weeks because there was an international break.
13th?
It was, yes. Unlucky for him. Right. Question 11, Brad. Home or away?
Away.
Away. Okay. What number was retired in honour of Mark Vivian Foe, or Foe, however you pronounce it?
I know who he is. I couldn't tell you what shirt number he wore when he was at Man City. Pass. Thank God for it.
Yeah, okay. Do you know what it was, just out of interest, Charlie?
23.
Yes, it was. Leicester City. This is for you, Charlie, away. Leicester City were relegated in the 1994-95 season. How many seasons did it take for Leicester to get promoted back to the top division of English football?
I'll guess 8. I don't know.
No. Can you remember, Brad?
I think it was one. We came up for the playoffs against Palace in '96.
We did. We did indeed. And final question, Charlie, home or away?
Home, please.
Home. Who is the club's record goal scorer?
Aguero.
No. Again, this is taken off the quiz. Eric Brook.
It's Aguero.
Let's rotate this to VAR again.
It really doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
Not in terms of you going through, Charlie. It really doesn't matter.
Do you people that do Manchester City quizzes ever actually check their answers? That's all I can say.
Like it, does it?
It does not. This is the time the first one was that they were actually right. But I've never known a quiz where, like I say, they are taking off quizzes online, and this is the first one where we've actually had more than one that has been queried. Brad, your last question. Which English midfielder scored Leicester's last goal of the 15-16 Premier League season?
I don't know. Andy King?
No, it was Chelsea in the 15-16 season. It was Danny Drinkwater.
Yeah.
So, well done. I'm going to say, Charlie, I don't know where the hell you got some of those answers from. Brad, I think you were undone by him somehow getting that question about, the picture question right.
Yeah, pretty much, mate. That was me done.
That was it, because basically from then on you had to go away, and you were forced. So I think that was the difference. How you got it? How did you? Have you got any spare Fanta, Charlie?
I've got crates full downstairs if you want some.
Then, can you nip some round to Brad? He lives in Manchester. So, Charlie, we will see you in the next round, sir. Just a quick one.
Well done, mate.
Well done. It was that, like I say, it was that picture question. Where can people find you? Because Brad wants to come round and take a contract out on you after that.
Just Dugout Daily on YouTube. That's the football channel. Hit the Apex as well. That's the F1 channel. And at MCFC Hibs on Twitter.
Okay. I think this is what Brad is thinking at the moment.
I will look for you. I will find you. And I will kill you.
Charlie, thank you so much, mate. We're going to have a draw for the next round, so I don't know who you're going to be playing, but well done. And you know your picture quizzes. Take care, buddy, and speak to you soon.
Cheers. See you in a bit, guys.
Bye-bye. Brad, where the hell did he get that picture from?
Well, I don't know, but I was beat as soon as he got it.
To be honest with you, yeah, and I think that was what did it, because like I said, it forced you to have to go away, and of course that made it a lot harder. And the thing was, you were so close with your guess because you went for the Euros.
Yeah, I just saw the red. It is what it is. That day I was getting that's just. How are you supposed to win a quiz when you're already about 8 points behind after 2 questions? It is what it is.
It is. It's like the sort of, when you're 5-0 down at half time playing Leicester, does Southampton go defensive or do they go for it? And you had to go for it, and that was always going to be difficult. So I do appreciate it, Brad. I'll let you go off now and have a stiff drink. And I will see you back at 9 o'clock. Before you go, you've got your own channel. You go out on Thursdays. Have you got what is it, and what have you got planned for this week?
I haven't got anything planned as of yet. That's still in the works. I'm also working on a second show idea to run alongside it on a different day. It's called A Matter of Opinion. It's on YouTube. You can check it out in my Twitter bio, which is at Full Time Focus.
Get over there. His link is in the description below on YouTube, as in Charlie. It is a great channel. It puts the world to rights. It puts the world to rights. Get over there and give him showing your support. Brad, thanks very much, mate. I will see you in just under an hour and a half for the prediction show. I believe Steve Linitz is joining us this week. We did all that effort last week, and of course, none of the games went ahead. So fingers crossed for this one. And I will see you in an hour and a half, mate.
Yeah, I'll see you then.
Take care. Cheers. Bye-bye. Thanks to Brad there. Make sure you do get over and give a subscribe to Matter of Opinion. That was just unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. And I think once Charlie was sort of 6-1 up after 2 questions. It's always going to be a fight for Brad to get into that. So how we got that, I just do not know. Anyway, all is said and done. Next up is the Battle of the Clarets. Next week, we've got another youngster, Jake, who is full of fighting talk, and he will be up against Dan, the Burnley man, who should be in Preston now, watching them getting ready to kick off if they haven't already. So that's coming up next Wednesday, I think it is. So look out for that. Don't forget, please go over and check out our new radio station. We've done 1 show so far. We're hoping that's going to go well. Please, you can find that at mixcloud.com/LTID radio. mixcloud.com/LTID radio. And I don't know if it just comes up with no, it doesn't come up just under LTID radio. We've only done the 1 show, did it last night with Brad. We look back at the 15-16 season, but we also play music on there, and we also went through sort of what was happening in the year generally. Anyway, I'm going to be back at 9 o'clock, like I say, with Steve and with Brad, if he's not topped himself. And well done to Charlie. We'll see him in the next round. And thanks, everybody, for watching and joining in. And we will see you then. That was a quickie. Take care. See you later.
That's all, folks.
Thanks for watching Leicester Till I Die. This is Chris saying goodbye, and see you next time.
This week's episode has come to an end. But the fun doesn't have to stop here. If you have any questions, suggestions, or feedback, head over right now to Twitter and Facebook and like, share, and get involved. Join us next time.
Thanks for watching. These videos are tremendous. You better like them too, or I'll be back.
Leicester Till I Die TV. They think it's all over. It is now.